Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing your psychic reading for this week, tuning into the most important messages, seeing what news you can use. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are welcome. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. All right, Capricorn, in the past, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Ooh, a lack of passion, a lack of desire. Ugh, it feels like nothing inspires me, nothing excites me. Looks like you were mourning, getting out of mourning. Yeah, mourning energy is not very passionate. It looks like you were making head over heart decisions. There's a level of exhaustion that I'm picking up on. It feels like the exhaustion's coming from having to defend yourself, protect yourself. It feels like you had to protect yourself from someone really close to you. And I think that's why you had to get head over heart. You had to kind of like have your upper chakras make some decisions, leave your feelings out of it. Feels like you're cutting someone out of your life. Someone maybe that you stopped talking with in the past, someone who very unhealed energy, and it looks like you started, wow, as you let go of this energy and started detaching from it, protecting yourself from this kind of unhealed energy, you started overcoming obstacles and moving on. You might have had to move away from this energy literally as well. Wow. All right, Capricorn, in present energy, we have the Six of Cups. Thinking about the past, remembering finer times, nostalgia. So it looks like you're a bit in the past. It feels like you're trying to figure out the past. It feels like you're very overwhelmed in your emotions. It feels like you spent a lot of time in your past nurturing others, centering others. And so now you're being called to nurture yourself. Maybe you don't even know how. Like, how do I love and nurture myself? I've done this for others throughout my past. It looks like, this is a tough spot to be in. Not allowing people close to you because it's like there's a lack of trust. You might not even trust yourself because you're in your emotions right now. Realizing that you sacrificed so much of yourself, but there's something that the universe wants you to see. Something. It feels like from where you are now, you're seeing things in a very different perspective, from a very different perspective. Feels like you've lost a lot. It looks like you're learning how to stand your ground, how to create healthy boundaries. You're seeing how not having healthy boundaries, not even realizing, so you probably came from a family where there was a lot of enmeshment. and you really weren't seen as like a person, a separate individual. You were an extension of your parents and controlled. It feels like they want to control your behavior. And so it looks like that made you susceptible to lies, because you didn't know what was your energy and what was someone else's. So it feels like growing up in a very discordant family, discordant environment, and now you're seeing how it feels like you made life as easy as possible for the people around you. Maybe that was kind of your unofficial job growing up. And so not requiring anything of people set yourself up for being taken advantage of. All right, Capricorn, what's hidden is the Strength in reverse. This is feeling insecure, a lack of confidence, not feeling like you can do it on your own. You might be from an insecure position. You might want revenge. It feels like I've been hurt so much. And I have this belief that who hurt me got away with it, has not had to pay for it. You might be stuck in a lack position and believing, being kind of stuck in a victim point of view. That this was done to me. Yeah, it looks like what's hidden is you're ending this type of way of being, this type of perspective. You're realizing that in the past you've manifested from insecurities, from lack. You're closing out that cycle. This cycle might have been in the last... this is a general reading, but I'm getting from like 2008, on. That feels like you're ending a rather long cycle of lack of strength, lack of security, lack of stability, lack of confidence, manifesting from fear and pain. It feels like doing anything that you could do to stay in a codependent relationship, something that you thought was your happily ever after, and it looks like this relationship was karmic, was meant to create lessons. It looks like right now it's hard for you to make moves. It feels like you're processing what you've been through, preparing, trying to understand, you're receiving more and more clarity, more and more understanding about where you've been, where you are, and where you would prefer, who you'd prefer to be. All right, Capricorn, the advice this week is the Nine of Wands in reverse. Healing your nervous system, healing your defensiveness, healing that victim mentality. It's a lot of healing that you're doing. Holy cow. It's a lot. It feels like you've been through a lot. If you are seeking some validation, like this is What's hidden is this is a lot harder than anything else you've ever been through. This is the end of a book and the beginning of a whole different you, because it feels like a completely different story. Wow. All right. Completely different story. So your story's not over. It looks like you're learning about your own unhealed wounds and how coping strategies attracted you to a karmic relationship, where karmic being lessons, where you were in lesson, you were learning how to show up, to not be in a connection with someone who sabotages, who wants control and power. Or it also looks like the advice is not to sabotage connections. What's interesting is what you've gone through in the past and in relationships. It looks like it's clouding your view of future relationships. It's making very clear what you don't want, but there's also this, you watch your beliefs that you are creating now, because some of you, it looks like we've got some split energy. I want a loving partner. I want a soulmate. I want my person. I want my match. Someone I can feel so safe around. Someone who I don't have to be guarded. Someone I can trust. There's that on the one hand, and then on the other hand, it feels like you might be fostering and encouraging the growth of beliefs that don't serve you, that everyone's a cheater, every woman's a cheater, and just out to get, every man's a cheater, there's this deep desire for a intimate connection that is wonderful, so you can be yourself and experience an amazing connection. But then you equally have beliefs that tell you that is impossible. So it looks like you're figuring out some of those beliefs. Do I believe in the possibility of a loving connection? It feels like if you're needing a connection, that puts you back in a very unempowered position. If you need someone, then they can sense that neediness and they can take advantage of you, because your attachment style, it feels like I need someone, so I will take a lot of abuse because I just want to get my needs met, instead of I'm independent, I don't need anyone, and I'm waiting for someone who's a good match. I don't need them, so it doesn't make myself vulnerable to people who will take advantage of my neediness. Does that make sense? So, all right, Capricorn, that's your reading. I hope that was helpful. Have a great week.